Hello, my name is Gwen, and welcome to your practice. Today, if you have a spare mat, bring that to your mat. So bring that maybe down and have it rolled. This is going to come up and down the spine. If you don't have a yoga block, you can use a blanket or an encyclopedia-sized book. So it doesn't have to be an encyclopedia, but how about that size? It's about the width of a block. Or if you're using a blanket, just give it a little roll and either place that on top for the back of your skull or place it underneath. So notice how each of those feels and go to where it feels a little bit better. So for today, I am going to use the yoga block underneath. And I've taken the blanket like this size, about the size of the rolled mat, and I'm going to place that on top just to make it a little cushier. And then bring that all at the top of your mat, or where you're laying on your floor. And then bring it to your lower spine and nestle it in. So inchworm your way up. Place your hands on either side. And then start to feel your way down through the lower spine, the mid, and then all the way to the back of the skull. And if you need a little something behind the back of the head, if the chin is way up, then there's a tightness throughout the spine. And to really relax in this, you'll want the head elevated just a little more so the chin comes to the chest and there's a lengthening happening at the back of the skull to the shoulders and all the way down. Have the knees bent for now. Take a few deep breaths and notice how that back body feels all the way up from the back of the skull, through the shoulders, all the way down to the sit bones. Attune yourself to this area. Feel the feet planted and rooted. And then heel toe them a little wider and have them knock so that you feel some effortless effort. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out. Then in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Calling in our good friend, the Ujjayi breath here, all the way up and all the way down as you exhale. Now count as you inhale for a comfortable count of 5, all the way up. Hold. And as you exhale, a comfortable count of 6, all the way out. Or 7. And again, all the way in for a comfortable count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, count. And out, count. A little longer on the exhale. And let's pause that breath now. Bring the arms by your side, knees are bent. Walk the feet upward to the sit bones. And then bring the thumbs right underneath the meaty part of the bottom there, right by the sit bones. So lifting the gift right there, and place those thumbs, palms down underneath. So they're going to be our braking system, our wedge support. Feel now the right outer thigh start to move outward towards the hand, the wrist, the arm, all the way downward, and then allow very slowly it come upward. And then pause there. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Inhale, allow it to lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the legs right out, and then up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more, your own count. Let the knees slowly come down as you inhale deeply. Count your inhale. Hold that count. And then a little longer on the exhale as the knee comes up. And then hold there. Allow that side to rest. Let's come on over to the other side. Take a deep inhale and exhale. As you inhale, let the outer knee come downward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it gently lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It floats up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now one more on your own. As you breathe in, it lowers. As you breathe out, it starts to float up softly, fluid-like, smooth. Pause at the top here, take a deep breath, and then exhale it all out. We'll come over to the right side, let it lower for your comfortable count of 5 or 6. And then let it rise up for a longer count of 7 or 8. We're going to go from side to side, so now alternate. Let the other side gently come down as you inhale. And as you exhale, lengthen that exhale and feel it float up. From side to side now, feel now one side come downward as you inhale. Feel the fullness of the breath. And as you empty the lungs, let it rise up. And then one more, the other side, inhaling and exhaling as the leg moves. When the knees are pointed up, pause there, take a deep inhale, a deep exhale, and you've got it. Both knees now come outward for your inhale. Feel the baby toe edge of the foot on the floor. Knees come outward. As you exhale, feel that inward. They might come all the way up, maybe, and they might make it all the way down. Yogi's choice. Feel all these areas, these angles. Notice the smoothness and the fluid like with the breath. And how about one more just like that? As you inhale, let the legs come away from each other. And as you exhale, let them come towards each other. Then heel toe your feet out. Let the toes feel like they're pointing in. Inner knees knock like a lean-to. Arms by your side, knuckles heavy. Take a deep breath there. Notice the sensation in the hips, the pelvis, the back of the pelvis, the sacrum area. All the way through the legs and the feet. And one more breath like that. And then go ahead and roll over to one side and take your props out and over to the other side. Come flat on your back. Lengthen through the feet, the legs. Feel the knees, the hips, the shoulders, flat on the mat, flat on the floor. And what does that feel like? If you were laying in the sand, what would be heavy? What would that imprint look like? Right from the heels to the calf, to the back of the knees, to the upper thigh. From the sit bones to that lower lumbar sacral area. All the way up to the mid-spine. Fan your awareness broad and wide to the back of the shoulders. And go ahead and tip the skull one side, a little roll to the other. Feel that heaviness come into the mat there. Notice the neck and all the sensation in the neck. And then dive into your quiet, your stillness, and take a deep breath there. A deep breath out. Then go ahead and let the knees bend one at a time. Feel that luxurious motion, that movement of that side. Take your time. One knee bent, you can rock and feel that pelvis. Let it rock a little bit. And then the other side. A light little rock of the knees from side to side while you feel that settling in of the back of the pelvis. We're going to come a little bit more into this area in this next flow called around the clock or hula hips. So go ahead and feel now the outer edges of the bowl of the pelvis. Let your hands just gently be placed on that area with the elbows heavy. Take the right foot and feel it plant and root into the floor as that right hip gently rolls up. And then pause there and feel the angle of the pelvis. One hand higher than the other. Might feel like the upper side is pouring into the lower side. Then take that top hand and press that side down. And pause. Now we'll gently bring it up as you inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slower. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale, a deep exhale. Then inhale, the other side rises up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, feel the angle, and lower for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your comfortable count, let it rise up. And a little longer on the exhale as it lowers. And one more, same side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and out. Let the right side lift up with your comfortable count. And then lower for a longer exhale. We'll alternate side to side now. Other side lifts. And as you exhale, it lowers. From side to side, we feel the breath fill this area as we attune to the pelvis. Fluid-like, elastic-like. We inhale, one side rises up, and as you exhale, it lowers. Then pause that effort. Lift one side of the pelvis, leave the palm on the floor, same side, and drag it right underneath that side of the pelvis, so that when you roll it down, you're on top of that hand on the knuckles. Then roll the other side onto those knuckles. Place the other hand right underneath so that the thumbs touch and the first finger, creating a diamond shape. So a little different. It's almost like it was made for that area. Once you're down and you really feel the elbows outward, knees are bent. You can shimmy one way or the other so that you can get really good and comfortable. We're going to come to the top and the bottom of the pelvis now. So if the tail was 6 o'clock and the top of the pelvis was 12 o'clock, on your next natural inhale, as you arc, feel the tail gently come over the fingertips. And as you exhale into the navel center, notice the tipping over the thumbs. A natural arcing sensation as you inhale, expose the neck. And as you exhale over those thumbs, a flattening. You can add on here as you inhale, the chin can move up, the elbows can press. And as you exhale, just notice how you feel. Maybe you're already marrying this with the breath, inhaling for 5 as you arc, and exhaling as you flatten for a longer count. How about 2 more just like that? Inhale, arc. And exhale, flatten. Last one. Notice the body move like this. And then empty those lungs as you flatten. And now we'll come around the clock. So in a circular motion, so with the eyes closed, imagine that the pelvis is a circle, like a coin. And most of us have held a coin on a counter and then give it a flick or on the floor, dining room table, and you let it wobble, wobble, wobble all the way around in that outer edge of the coin. That's our pelvis. So take another deep breath. And then very softly, let the right hip gently come up. Feel now as you pause at that angle. Let the tail gently come down so that you can feel now the fingers as the pelvis travels over. The right side is heavy, the left side moves up. Hold. And then travel around the thumbs. Feel that angle of the pelvis. Hold. Right side's up, left side heavy. Hold. And then you arc around the fingers. And now move in a continual motion, feeling now and noticing all the little details of the pelvis, how it travels like this, how it moves creatively in these little areas in between and all the way around. And then the other direction, just simply start to move in a circular motion the other direction. And then the hands can come out and stay with that circle. Feel the outer edges of the pelvis as you move like this. And most of you now can feel that hula hip hooping or hula hipping. Have some fun feeling into the dance of this. And then the other direction. Notice how the pelvis can move like this. And maybe one more circle. And then relax that effort. Let the pelvis relax into the floor. The knees can remain bent with the feet heel toeing out, toes inward. Feel that gentle knock. Hands on the body, maybe, or down by your side. And pause for a moment as you linger in the targeted area of the back of the pelvis from one side to the other. That lower spine, all the way into the belly, the heart, all the way up to the crown. Allow yourself to pause there, come into your Shavasana. Let yourself rest. Work well done. Release the control of the breath. Let the body feel like it's being absorbed into the floor, fully held, cradled. Let yourself rest right here. If you have 5 minutes, 5 minutes. If you have a little longer, a little longer. And thank you for your practice. Namaste.